Yeah.
So, going back to what you had said, after you fuck a man, like on the first night,
Yeah.
how can you?
Sorry,
keep
a man fucks you.
Okay. Yes, I agree. Most of the times. How do you keep?
She's waiting for you.
I'm waiting. You gonna say something?
I don't know what kind of men you've been fucking.
No, they listen. They all fuck me good. Okay.
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 All right. But how do you keep a man
TMI.
after he has fucked you in the first night?
That's a
Because
fantastic.
I remember you had said is keeping the man. So
Yeah.
how do
That's the real game, is keeping the guy.
what do you
Regular one.
guys, the three of you, think?
Andrew, you want to go first?
I'll go first.
How
Yeah,
do
go
you
ahead.
keep a man?
Listen. I can only answer for the fucking G's.
The real G's.
I don't know what a pussy boy wants, right? Maybe a dork wants someone to bring him Cheetos while he plays video games. I don't know what they want, but I can tell you what a real G wants, right? If a man is high status, I tell you something. It doesn't matter what he does, right? I was a kickboxer. Even let's be honest. Look at all the work that Myron and Fresh went through before this podcast. Look at them tearing this apartment apart. When's the last time you tore an apartment apart, setting up electronics?
Never.
Correct. So my point is this. If you're a man and you're actually about it, you're non-stop under stress. You're non-stop under pressure. You're non-stop working. The easiest way to keep a man is be the only place he can find genuine peace. I know it sounds crazy, but he goes, you know what? I can go out with the boys. I can go wild. But if I go home, I just get food. I get a massage. I can just relax. I can turn my phone off. And I know that sounds too...
I agree.
It sounds too easy. But if a man's actually living a hectic life, because you're not going to be a high-value man with a calm life. Your life's hectic. It's stress. There's problems. You got idiots at the door you might have to punch. You got stuff going on, right? So the one thing he wants when he comes home, the last thing on earth when he comes home he wants is a fight or an argument or a nag over some...
Or no food at the house.
It's not even about... He left the toilet seat up. Get the fuck over it, right? If you can give a man true peace of mind, true where he can just sit, chill, and turn his brain off, even for 10 minutes, I swear to God, he'll always come home to you. And if you can't give him that, you need to analyze why he ain't getting that from you. Because it's not that hard to give. It really isn't that hard to give. That's how you keep a man. Because he can find stress everywhere. And he can find sex everywhere. The only thing he can't find everywhere is peace of mind.
Boom.
That's what you need to provide.
I agree. That was a good answer.
Fantastic.
My boyfriend told me that.
Miss Columbia, I have a question for you, real quick, just so I can make sure I answer this correctly. You were featured in a music video, right?
Yes.
Yeah, with Fat Joe. So you've been around
Oh,
some
Fat
rappers.
Joe! Lean back!
And Diddy.
Lean back!
So you've been, and I only ask this because I kind of want to give you the best answer personally to you, right? So to tailor it. So I'm assuming you rub elbows with higher status men that have some clout, maybe some athletes, some rappers, whatever it may be,
Yes.
right? I'll be painfully honest with all you ladies right now. You ain't gonna keep them niggas around. You're not.
You won't.
You won't. And the reason
Too
why
many
is because
women around.
yeah, you're not going to be able to keep those types of men around. I mean, you can if you like really you're on your game and you're like, you know what I'm saying, and he has a thing for you and maybe the stars align and everything like that. But a lot of time these guys, man, they already have a harem of women. They just want to be able to run around and do what they want to do. You know, it is what it is. So they're kind of like kids in a candy store that have been waiting 20 years to get into this candy store, which I've talked about before, but I don't want to get into that. So if it's those types of guys, it's going to be very tough to lock them down. You know what I'm saying? But a regular guy, I agree 100% with what Andrew's saying. Yeah. Oh, see, I figured. So,
Yeah.
and here's the thing. A regular guy could be a guy that like makes a lot of money, but isn't necessarily a rapper or a musician or a celebrity. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you can keep those guys around. You know what I mean? He could still be a high earner, but he might not necessarily have clout. Now, if you're gonna deal with guys, if you're gonna be a chick that's a clout chaser, no, not saying that you are, you know. But then understand that you're gonna have to share that guy. He might smash you and everything else like that, but it's gonna be fairly difficult to get anything of serious consequence from him.
I agree.
Yeah. And
I agree.
I'll say, think about this, right? Ask yourself the question, how do you stand out from every other girl?
Facts.
And the thing is like, there's, for every one of you, right, there's maybe half of a high value guy. So what makes you
Especially the men that we discussed just a second ago.
So what makes you better than her? Can you tell me? What makes you better than her?
Nothing.
The point here is that like you have to add value outside of just sex. So I'm just saying, if you want to keep a guy like after sex, okay, you know what? Don't play the game of like, okay, I'm gonna avoid his texts for like a day or so. Like, make it as simple as possible. But at the same time, let's say he has a business, right? Let's say you find out he does like our car washes. hey babe, I was looking at this new machine that helps you wash cars a lot faster. That's adding value because once again, it's like, damn, this chick is actually looking at my business. Like that's really cool. Most girls are like, you know what? I'll just smash it in, like play games. So I would just say add value whenever you can, and that's kind of like makes you stand out a lot more than regular girls.
Yeah, so. and with the celebrities and the rappers and stuff like that, get what you can out of them, and just understand that they're not necessarily going to be loyal to you. Like you play the game right back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, and just find if it's a clout guy, it's going to be tough to lock him down. You know, but there's plenty of men that you know are rich and attractive, and you know what I'm saying, and they're not necessarily rappers or you know A-list celebrities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So but I had to ask that because I saw.